The Viltrox 27mm f1.2 is in my possession, and I've been using it for a couple of days now, and I have some thoughts. First thing I noticed is the size. Honestly, it's not as big as I thought it would be. Maybe I've been seeing all the pictures on the Fuji rumors, so it looked heavy in pictures, but having it in my hands right now, I can assure you it's not as big as everyone making it out to be. It reminds me of the Sony G Master 35mm f1.4. So if you don't mind that size, you're not gonna mind this at all. Obviously, Fujifilm photographers, they like to complain about everything in life. They think that everything's not good or up to par, and size is being one of them. But honestly, if you compare this to the f2 lenses, yes, it's gonna be freaking big, but everything else is freaking big compared to the f2 lenses, so that's not a fair comparison. So you just gotta judge this on your own merit, and if you still feel that it's too heavy, honestly, just go to the gym, lift some dumbbells, and you're gonna be fine. Another thing that I like to point out is the aperture ring. I don't remember the Viltrox 75mm f1.2 to be this loose. Also, I took this lens to an impromptu photo sesh with the Fujifilm X-S20. Today we are going to use the Siri RGB lights, and as well, we got some LED light sticks. This is from WeLight K21. And we're going to do a photo shoot with the Viltrox 27mm f1.2 with the Fujifilm X-S20. I just want to test out these two combos together to see what it can do. And I'm just waiting for the model to come pick me up, and then we'll go inside and set up everything. Let's talk autofocusing with this lens. It sort of reminds me of the old 56mm f1.2, where it would just take a second before it would lock on. There would be a period where it would just move back and forth before it locks on again. When I was taking this outside around town, there were times where I was trying to focus on some apartment buildings, and it would honestly take a couple of seconds to lock onto focus. It could be the building was super white, so it had a hard time detecting that area. But other times when I shoot in places where the whites aren't that bright, it still did the same thing. So I'm hoping in a new firmware update, it could be improved, because right now I just find it to be okay. Let's move on to the image quality. It is freaking sharp. You definitely notice this on the 40 megapixel sensor than the 26 megapixel sensor. This thing can resolve a lot of detail, and the images that I got are crisp and full of detail. And it's a clean looking image. It's worthy of its pro name. It's as sharp as the Viltrox 75mm f1.2. So you're getting a high performing lens here. And I haven't seen much chromatic aberration either. I tried looking for them and I couldn't find them in high contrasty situations. And honestly, you don't have to stop down if you don't want to. I was using this lens wide open at f1.2, and oh my god, it looks so freaking good. The bokeh is smooth on a 27mm focal length, and I don't often use this focal length, but because of this lens, I'm going to try to start using it more because this lens is freaking awesome. Here's a shot taken at f1.2 and the same shot taken at f5.6, and just look at how smooth that bokeh is at f1.2, man. Talk about bokeh-licious. Like, It's so buttery creamy, dude. My goodness. And I did notice some vignetting at f1.2, but that's to be expected when you shoot something this wide of an aperture. The one complaint that I have about the 75mm was its close focusing distance. It was at 70 centimeters, and that's not good at all. So when I heard that Viltrox was coming out with a 27mm f1.2 Pro lens, I was curious about its minimum focusing distance, and I would like to say that it's pretty good now. It comes in at 28 centimeters, which is more than enough for me to get in close and use it for my portraits. And just be mindful when using this lens at wide open at a minimum focusing distance because at that point the focal plane is so razor thin, it's just hard to get things in focus. These are my first thoughts on the Viltrox 27mm f1.2, and I'm going to give you my full review once I get some more time with it. But what are your thoughts on this lens? I think Viltrox has been killing it lately with these pro lenses, and I can't wait to see what they do next. They're killing it with these high quality lenses at such an affordable price. I forgot this lens is going to be around $565, and that is an amazing value. You don't have to break the bank buying pro lenses anymore. You're getting so much for this price. If you want to see this lens compared to any of the other lenses that I've owned, make sure to subscribe and leave your comments down below on which lens you want me to compare this to. And if you're interested in this lens, I'll leave the links to them down in the description below. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.